Wagwan YouTube, Fikod here. Welcome to today's Destiny 2 video. In today's video we're going to be taking an in-depth look into Destiny 2's PvP. Now everything you're going to see in this video has come from IGN, so special thanks to them because they've given us really good insight into how Destiny 2's PvP is going to perform and how the subclasses are going to play out. So today's video is going to be very interesting indeed. But if you do enjoy, make sure you slap that like button down below, and of course if you want more Destiny content like this from me, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, let's jump in. So IGN have posted 4 videos in total showing off Destiny 2's PvP. The first video we're going to break down is the tour of new Crucible map, Endless Vale. Endless Vale is based on Nessus, one of Destiny 2's new planets. It's filled with crazy Vex architecture and lush red vegetation. The map looks really nice, possibly one of the best looking maps we've seen in the Destiny franchise so far. But how is it actually going to play out? Well, it looks like it's going to be quite a close quarters map, although it's riddled with tunnels and alleyways for those who want to sit back at longer ranges. In the middle of the map we have what IGN's Destin Nagiri nicknamed the Fishbowl. This is where most of the action is going to take place. It's surrounded by all 3 flags in control, and it's in between where both teams spawn. According to Bungie developer Lars Bakken, Endless Vale has been tailored for the control game type, which for me is a real positive. I'm more of a fan of specific maps made for specific modes, rather than just cramming objectives onto pre-made maps. I really like the look of Endless Vale. I think it's going to provide a really unique experience. And like I said earlier, it looks like it's going to be quite close range, but the tunnels and pathways allow for some longer range engagements. Endless Vale is going to be playable in the Destiny 2 beta, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Thanks to IGN, we then also got loads of interesting information about the changes Destiny 2 is bringing to the control game mode, and we're going to go over them now. So from the beginning of the round, flags A and C will now be pre-captured. This is so players no longer have to waste time at the beginning of rounds and can now just jump straight into the action. Flags will now also be named according to their location. So for example, the 3 flags on Endless Vale are named Blocked, Gulch and Shrine. This change will make callouts much easier in competitive play, but it's just a real shame that there's not going to be private matches at launch. Flags will no longer need to be neutralised. When you're capturing, this means it's going to take a lot less time to capture an objective, meaning once again you'll just be able to jump straight back into the action. In Destiny 1, having multiple players on an objective would mean it would capture faster. This is not the case in Destiny 2. Having 1 player or 4 players on the flag at once will not influence how fast it will be captured, but according to Lars Bakken, the capture times on flags have been generally tweaked. We weren't told the exact amount of time, but from what we saw, it looks like it's going to be a little bit faster. A really nice and subtle change to control is that if you approach the flag, it becomes transparent. This solves a really frustrating problem that occurred quite a lot in Destiny 1. I can remember plenty of times firefights were completely ruined by the flag getting in the way of my vision, so it's nice that this problem is now completely eliminated. Something you'll notice if you pay attention to the top of the screen is that the scoring UI has been greatly improved. It's much more clear and understandable, and this seems to be something Bungie are aiming for across the whole of Destiny 2. As you can see, capturing a flag results in your team getting 1 point. If you get a kill whilst holding 1 flag, you will again get 1 point. But if you capture 2 flags and get a kill, your team will gain 2 points, and then if you're holding all 3 flags, you get the power play, and then you'll receive 3 points for every kill. This will create a bigger emphasis on playing the objective, as teams focused on capturing flags will be rewarded with more points per kill. I think it's very clear that Bungie are trying to streamline the Destiny 2 PvP experience. The UI is now easier to read, capturing flags is less of a hindrance, and visual obstructions are being squashed. Bungie developer Lars Bakken says that Bungie are trying to make Destiny 2 tactical and understandable, and that control in Destiny 2 feels like Destiny 1's control, but with Destiny 2's pizzazz. And if I'm honest, I have to agree with him. From what we've seen, I really don't disagree with any of the changes Bungie have made to PvP or control. I think they're all just improvements. But they're just my thoughts. What I want to know is, what do you guys think about these changes? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you really angry that there's no neutralising on capturing flags anymore? Just tell me anything in the comment section down below. I love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear your feedback. So if that wasn't enough information from IGN, they also posted 2 other videos showing off 2 of the subclasses we're going to be seeing in Destiny 2. The first we're going to look at is the Voidwalker, and if I'm going to be honest, I was surprised by just how cool the Voidwalker actually looks. We're not going to go into too much detail, but as we can see from this clip here, Nova Bomb appears to have some sort of tracking mode. It kind of tracks the target like a giant Axion bolt. And then we can also see here, the Voidwalker has some crazy ass grenades. I'm really intrigued to see some of the other changes Bungie have made, but for now, we don't really have much of the information about the Voidwalker. But we also got a look at the Sentinel Titan for the first time in proper detail, and all I can say is, it looks extremely powerful. We got to see the super in action, and it looks ridiculous. I can't wait to get my hands on it. In this clip here, we can see that the Sentinel Titan has 4 different abilities whilst the super is active. It has its basic melee and block feature, but on top of that, the Sentinel also has a shoulder charge ability and also the ability to throw its shield at distant targets. It looks absolutely ridiculous and I cannot wait to use it. I'll definitely be putting most of my time into this subclass during the beta. And if you didn't know already, I'm going to be live streaming the Destiny 2 beta right here on my channel on YouTube. On the 21st of July from about 6 PM GMT, we're going to be doing essentially a full playthrough of the beta. We're going to be jumping into PvP, the story, the strike, and also having a look at all of the new subclasses, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to find out more about this stream, make sure you check out my channel update video, I'll have that link down below, and also stay tuned to my social media. My Twitter, Instagram and Google Plus are all also linked down below. Follow me on there for regular updates. I'm also going to have all of these IGN videos linked in the description down below. Make sure you go and check them out. They give really good insight into what Destiny 2's PvP is going to be all about, and there's a lot more detail in them that I couldn't fit in this video. And while you're watching, make sure you go to the comments and thank IGN. But on that note guys, that about wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I always try and cram in as much information as possible into these Destiny 2 videos while still keeping them enjoyable, and if I achieve that, then a positive rating in the form of a like would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you want more regular Destiny content like this from me, be sure to subscribe. Also, if you're new around here, I'll have some of my other relevant videos in the description, and if you're feeling generous, sharing this video would go a really long way. But in the meantime, I have been Fikod the Man. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.